I'm someone who believes that in the conversation of success, that you cannot rule out luck. Luck is one important thing that has happened to so many persons in their journey of life. Many persons who know me also understand how passionate I am about youth, how passionate I am about giving out to young people. And this is why I'm making this video. And my basic focus will be around access to job. So when youths are asked, why have you not been able to secure a job? When they are asked, you've graduated for like 2, 3, 4 years, what are you doing? You will hear excuses like, I don't have a connection. For you to get a job in Nigeria, you need one rich uncle there or one rich auntie there for you to be able to get a job. They are not totally wrong. To be honest, that is the practice. But there are a lot of persons who do not have these rich aunties or these rich uncles, but still manage to pave their way in between the practices and still landed a job for themselves. Now, the truth is this: did Nigeria or did the society happen to them? Yes, but they told themselves that despite the horde, they are going to go above it and beyond it to secure these jobs. Some of them have moved from obscurity, from a very messy background, to places of envy today because of that self-push. Despite the place of luck, I also believe in the place of work. I so much believe that when you do not put work, no matter the fate, you will achieve nothing. And that is why I'm going to be sharing with you 6 things or 6 questions you need to ask yourself as a young person that has graduated for 1, 2, 3 years and you're still struggling to secure employment. Ask yourself this question: this job I am looking for, the first question you should ask yourself is, this job I am looking for, what skills do they need? You should be able to answer that question. Sit down and ask yourself, do I even have the skills that these employers are looking for? So if you want to be an accountant, yes, studying accounting is not enough. Can I practice accounting? Can I really balance a book? So you need to be very honest with yourself in answering these questions. Yes, I studied computer engineering. Can I really fix issues when computer goes wrong or when anything happens to their computer? Oh, I studied medicine. Can I actually be left in a room with a patient? Oh my God, I studied geography. What can I do with this geography? So you need to ask yourself, this job I'm looking for, what is the skill this employer is looking for, and can I bring that value? The second thing you should ask yourself is, okay, I know that because I have not been employed, I do not have experience. Can I build this experience? How can I build it? And you need to look around and ask yourself, okay, since I do not have this experience, are there opportunities in and out there that could help me build up this experience? Again, I said, is a question you need to be very honest with yourself about, because opportunities are abound everywhere. You need to open your eyes and see, where can you build that skill? I'll use the case of an accountant again. Yes, you want to be an accountant in a big multinational, you want to be an accountant in a big engineering firm, in an NGO, wherever, but can you even balance a book of a small bakery? Can you balance a book of a small provision store or a supermarket? Can you balance it well? That's a place to start building your experience. To him much is given, much is expected. And he that is not faithful with little, how do you expect that person to be faithful with much? And that is why organizations are saying, have you done this before? So when you are looking for a job of a manager or looking for a job in an organization are saying, do you have this level or that level of experience? What they are saying is that, have you done it before? Nobody will want to invest their resources and bring someone to use their organization as trial and error. So that is why they are asking for experience. So ask yourself, how can I build this experience? The third thing or the third question you should be asking yourself is, are there platforms around that I can build network, that I can build connections? Are there events happening regularly in my environment, happening online? These days with all the social media and also the online kind of conferencing, are there events happening that I can key into and make connections with people where I can build my social capital? My last video, I talked about building social capital. You can't rule it out. Social capital is very important. Someone needs to be out there that know you directly or indirectly. So you need to build your social capital. Are there platforms, are there job platforms that you need to register on? Are there social media platforms you need to register yourself in? Example like LinkedIn. Can you take advantage of those platforms? Those are questions you should be asking yourself. Number 4, are you visible? When people are looking for, even let's say you are not an experienced accountant, if someone is looking for a novice as an accountant, will you be chosen? Where can they find you? How can they reach you? I talked about LinkedIn just recently, and so I'm saying, are you even on LinkedIn? There are a lot of professional platforms. Which one are you on? And not just being there, which one are you really active on? How visible are you? Number five, another question you should ask yourself is, do you have the right attitude? There's something that I have used as a mantra as a very at a very tender age is, your attitude determines your altitude. How far you go is about your attitude. Are you a type that all you see is trouble? All you see is comma in jobs. You see a job opportunity, they are saying they want someone, they want a young graduate. Then the first thing you look at is, but the pay is small. Or you say, but the place is foul. This one they say they will be closing this time. What is the attitude that you have? There are some attitude you need to unlearn so that you can attract that job you are looking for. I'll tell you a story. While I graduated, and I know that I mentioned that I got a job with a micro organization for some months, then I moved into another. But what I didn't tell you was also the million jobs I did. While I was looking for that job, I was ready to do anything provided it entails my dignity. So I went into looking for a job and I saw a promotion going on for Malta Guinness. I remember meeting someone in my neighborhood. I saw him every day coming back in the evening with Malta Guinness t-shirt, and I asked, oh, do you work with Malta Guinness? He said, no, he's doing a promotion somewhere. And I said, can I join? And that was how I went the next day. I met a young man. He said he's their boss or their supervisor. I greeted him. He said, there's no slot. I said, okay, you mustn't pay me how much you pay, the amount you pay every other person. I just don't want to stay at home. I'm bored. And that was how I worked the first day. And I was surprised. I sold more than even the persons that I've been selling for like 1 to 2, 3 weeks. And he said, oh, I'm going to retain you. And that was how I worked for them for like 2 months, and before I left. And I think he called me over and over again and said, please, we are having another promotion. Are you coming back? Are you coming to join us again? Why? Because my attitude was not an attitude of, oh, I'm a graduate. Do you know who I am? Man, at the point I went to do that, I graduated top my class. Those who know me can confirm that. But yet, I took Malta Guinness and hawked the streets of Jos, across terminals, across Bukuru, across barracks, hawking these crates of Malta Guinness. Why? Your attitude is very important to determine your altitude. So you need to ask yourself, do you have the right attitude? Can you keep a job? If you get a job, can you keep it? And to shock you, that was the beginning of my sales job, because that experience in Malta Guinness gave me my first job experience. Because when I went for the job interview, I already had experience selling Malta Guinness, so I could tell them what I did with Malta Guinness. You need the right attitude. Ask yourself again, do I have the attitude worthy of keeping a job or securing a job? The last thing I will suggest, or the sixth thing I will suggest, is, are you willing to start small? It's still the same thing I just talked about now. Do you have the attitude of starting small? You see someone just graduated and they are offering you a job, and the first thing you are telling yourself is that the salary is too small. Yes, I want to be very realistic with the times we are in now. But again, you need to be very honest with yourself about what you want. If you get a job that pays little, adjust to your standard of living. Must you use an iPhone? Must you even live independent? You could live, stay with a friend, stay with family until you move to the next level. You need to understand that starting small comes with dignity. If you are not ready to start small, then how do you grow? I hope this is useful to you or useful to anyone. Please, if this is useful to you, kindly share. Kindly subscribe to this channel so you can see my next video. I wish you all the best in your job search. Bye.